What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is just gonna be a calm video because it's raining and I cannot go out and I cannot stand outside of my car, so I'm just filming it where I park my car. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. So today I'm gonna talk about some 10 things which are just like really common which car owners make, and that's not good for the car. It is just not nice and it is affecting the car, and they just need to do if they are a car owner. These are gonna be some mistakes that car owners make. Usually they do that every single day, so you just need to know these mistakes which everyone makes and you need to improve them. So let's just get right into it. So the first mistake that car owners make is when they start their car, they just immediately start driving their car. They don't wait for 10 to 15 seconds. If you are starting a car, you definitely need to wait for 10 to 15 seconds because your car need to warm up and only then it will function properly. Otherwise it is not going to function properly and it is not going to be healthy for your car and for your engine. Mostly for your engine, because if your car isn't warmed up, your engine is getting affected. So you need to give it like 10 to 15 seconds normally to warm up your car. And if you have an old car, you need to give up to like 25 to 30 seconds for your car to warm up, because it is really important for your car to warm up and then start driving. So the second mistake which is really common is drivers just rev their car way too much when their car isn't warmed up. Like they just start their car and their car isn't warmed up all the way, and they are just gonna start revving their car a lot, and they are just going so fast and they are just trying to go up to like 4000 rpm or 5000 rpm to shift some gears. So that is not good for your engine. It's not healthy for it. Like if you have an emergency or if you have to go somewhere, that's a different thing, but you shouldn't do that. You should let your car warm up and then rev your engine properly. Otherwise, if your car isn't warmed up, then it is not good for your engine. The third thing which I would like to tell you, you shouldn't add a premium gasoline in your tank instead of a normal gasoline, because it is not affecting anything in your car. You can just read the owner manual and there is just like you can add normal gasoline to your car and you can drive your car on that gasoline, because it is not getting affected with a premium gasoline. It's not gonna be like you are getting more fuel economy or you are getting more good performance from your car. It is not gonna affect anything. Like you are just spending a little bit extra on your gasoline and you can just save that money and do something else with whatever you want to do, because the premium gasoline isn't good for your car at that point. It's like, okay, you can have that, but it's like expensive to your pocket, so you shouldn't do that. So the fourth thing which I would like to talk about is change your oil after every 4000 miles. Like it is really important to change your oil after every few thousand miles, because you just need to have really nice oil in your car and you don't want it to be like really thick and it is running all over from your engine. It is just not going to be healthy for your engine, because it's like really old and there are going to be like a lot of dirt and debris in the oil, which is not good, and the oil goes from every system, so it is just going to affect everything and your engine can seize. So you shouldn't do that. So you should just like change your oil after every few miles, like 4000 miles or around that, and you are just going to be fine. Or you can just add synthetic oil that works for more miles. Like you can just drive more miles in a synthetic oil. But if you have a synthetic oil and if you change from normal oil to synthetic oil, you cannot go back from synthetic to normal oil, because it is really important. If you add synthetic oil to your car will definitely need a synthetic oil from then on. Fifth thing which I would like to talk about is people don't like to inspect their car a lot. Like they are just driving and driving. After few thousand miles, when they feel like now they need to get a service, they just give that to the service station and they get their car serviced, which is not good. You need to inspect your car by yourself in every few weeks, because it is really important. I'll say in every few days, because I like to inspect my car in every few days and I like to check everything what is in my car. I'm talking about things like your tire pressure, your tire thread, your engine oil, your windshield wiper fluid, your coolant, your power steering fluid. These are some small things which you can check in like 5 minutes and you can just get over your car and your car is just gonna be nice, because you don't want to get stranded in the middle of a road because you haven't checked the car properly. So you just want to inspect your car and then it is just gonna be really nice and you are gonna be comfortable driving your car after that. The sixth thing I would like to talk about is the tire pressure. You need to know what your tire pressure is and you need to inflate your tire. I'll suggest you, whenever you go to a gas pump to refill your car, you just need to check your tire pressure, because it is really important to have a really nice tire pressure, like good amount of tire pressure in your car. If you have low tire pressure, that means like you have a lot of resistance and your car isn't gonna give a good fuel economy. Or you don't want to have a lot of tire pressure. You don't want your tire pressure to be little or to be way too much. You don't want that. You want it to be in middle, and you can just open your door, and in the door seal you can just check. There is written where what tire pressure your tires need, and you can just refill them, and you can just check them frequently. The seventh thing which I would like to talk about is spare tire. Like, people just don't check the spare tire, and when they need a spare tire, it is like punctured, it is flat, and there are a lot of problems with this spare tire. You don't want that to happen. You need to check while you have a spare tire in your car. You need to check if it is flat or if it is like really low on air. You just want it to be like perfect. If you get a flat tire while you are driving, you want to change your tire, and what if your spare tire is also flat? You are not going to be happy at that moment. So you definitely need to check the condition of your spare tire, and you need to keep it immaculate because it is really important. And if you see that your spare tire is not working or is just like flat, you need to get it fixed, and then you need to keep it inside your car. So just check your spare tire. So the eighth thing I would like to talk about is tire thread. It is really important to check the tire thread of your car, because if you are not checking the tire thread, it could be like anything. Your tire could be bald and it can just like pop anywhere. So you want to check it. You don't want it to be like really smooth. You just need to check some slashes or cracks on your tire, because it is really important. I have seen so many people have slashes or cracks on their tire, so they don't check it, and in the middle of the road they just get a flat and they get stranded, and it's like really bad, and it's like really irritating when you are going to a meeting or when you are going to somewhere and you are just like really late and you just want to be there on time, and then you get a flat, and it's just like really bad. In addition to that, if you don't have a spare tire which is working perfectly, then you are going to be more angry with yourself. So you don't want that to happen. So you need to check your tire at what condition they are, and if you need to change them, you should change them, because it is really important. That is one of the most important things that I'll say, because that is the only thing which is touching the road, and you need to keep them perfect. The ninth thing I would like to talk about is read owner's manual, because you need to know every single thing on your car. You need to know every single button on your car. If you are driving some other car, it's just like you need to know the owner manual, and then you can operate the car properly. What if you don't know half of the buttons on your car and you need to do something in your car? Then it's gonna be really hectic for you to just switch or just like push all the buttons and see what is happening in your car. So I will recommend you to read owner manual. I think like it is gonna take a couple of hours for you to read, but it's just gonna be nice and comforting for you after that. Because if you are gonna be in a car and if you are driving that car, you are just gonna be like, yeah, you know every single button in the car and you can drive it properly, and you are not gonna have any problems while driving it. So you need to read owner manual, which is like really nice and helpful. So the 10th thing and the last thing which I would like to talk about is cleaning their car. People make a lot of mistakes while they're cleaning their car. They just use paper towel for cleaning their car, and they're just like swerving on the paint, and there is just like a lot of scratches. In addition to that, they don't use any fluid to clean their car, and they're just using the paper towel, which is gonna affect their paint, and it is just gonna scratch the hell out of their paint. So you don't want that to happen. You need to use some fluid while you are cleaning your car with a microfiber towel, because it's just like really nice, and your paint is gonna be in really nice condition if you are using a fluid to clean your car and then you are using a microfiber towel to clean it. So you need to use fluid and microfiber towel to do everything, or to clean your car. It's good for your paint, and your paint loves it. So just do these things and your car is gonna be like real nice, and it's gonna be reliable to have. So these were the 10 mistakes which I knew that drivers make, the car owners make, which is not good, and they're just like really angry after something happens to their car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you are just gonna learn something from this. So thank you guys for watching my video, and just like this video, smash the like button, because you know that helps me a lot, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Peace out.